We want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big wack100. The Beehive room, Love and R&B room, hosted by the Queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jake Break Squad room. 100 ENT South room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on
Step
wack,
down
one
in
mic
there.
on wack.
Now you can do a
I'm messing with the
store.
basement.
You know what I'm saying? You got a
Yeah,
container in
that
the ground. You
insulation
got
gonna have to be immaculate.
you got your one on the. You're right. You got to put it on rollers. Same way they do these bunkers. They put them on rollers, and they got like a 4 to 6 feet perimeter around them where they didn't dug out and cemented and all that shit. So if an earthquake, it's gonna roll. All the new houses is 94s on rollers anyway. You know, since we got that quake out here. But you got one in the ground, and then one base level, and one on the top. Shit, you on.
Clean beat it.
And then get the stairs going from the one that's right above the
Yeah.
one on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I might just turn my job to the studio. Say fuck it. Film
Oh my
studio.
God.
Man, come on, man.
I ain't even got no damn where to live. You worried about a
Hey,
damn
this shit
duplex.
insane.
I might just turn my job to the
Yeah.
studio.
This nigga crazy.
Man, G, did you know if you go get you could go pay for a whole year in the hood for you an apartment for
It's gonna
like
be a private
$6.99,
studio. It's gonna be a private studio. Anybody gonna know?
and you don't never got to depend on nobody else in life. You got
It's
a whole
lit.
year to get yourself together. Use that little 20,000.
I got
It's too
more than
late.
that.
He
You
done
gotta be
relapsed.
crazy.
It's old.
Oh
You gotta be
God.
crazy. You gotta be crazy. I ain't relapsing on shit.
Stain back on the cane. You hear me?
I just got another check, man. What they talking about? We ain't tripping about shit. Yeah.
You be
Wax
acting like somebody
standing
that
here.
literally never had
Oh,
no
he
money
done left.
before.
Nah, it's just pride when you come up. You just keep on coming up with money. You know what I mean?
Shit sound
How much was
good.
your new check for, Stan? Stan?
$2.
Speak on that one. I don't know. Speak on that one.
You gonna fuck
Huh?
around and OD, boy.
What he say?
$2.
Speak on that one.
Oh.
Don't wait there for y'all to find out. Keep this.
Here we go with the stain
I
show.
can't stand anything about this man.
Fuck, cause I'm one of them
Oh,
niggas. I'm one of them niggas who made somebody himself, man. Of course you
Bro,
can't
you
stand.
annoying as shit and
Yeah, I
self-centered.
made something about
And your
I made
episodes have
something
been
about
boring as
myself.
hell as of lately, and they're over with.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
something about
It's
myself
getting
though.
sad, Stan.
If
It's
you
like a
made
cry for
something about
help.
yourself, you'll be happy
It's
Man,
too.
you
crazy,
made a
man.
junk out of yourself. Shut the fuck up.
How
Yeah,
this dude
that's the
come to
fact.
the
Oh,
app
made a
thinking
junk
this
out
nigga
of
crazy.
yourself.
Brother
Go
got more
crazy.
money than you though.
that's crazy.
That's
Here
crazy.
here we go with the stain show. Going on. We know you're a junkie. We don't
Uh,
believe nothing you say.
You ain't gotta believe nothing. I ain't asking you niggas believe us. If I know.
Don't believe me, just watch.
See,
Stingy.
just watch,
It's
man.
crazy.
Just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Did you get your camera stuff yet?
Hell
I
no.
already got our
Hell
toes up in
no.
there. Shit, boy. I'm looking for some other shit right now.
PTR the camera, sucker.
This shit, nigga, I ain't PCR shit
And
no
I
more.
guarantee you
Everybody
he
know I
ain't got
got
no
money.
kids now yet neither.
Everybody know I
And,
got
and,
money.
and that's a fact.
Everybody.
Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no?
No, thank you.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question, yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible.
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure, yes or no?
Yes.
Was this tragedy preventable, yes or no?
Yes.
Has the Secret Service been transparent with this committee?
Yes.
Would you say the fact that we had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today as being transparent, yes or no?
I have always been
Yes or no? You didn't want to answer the question. We had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today. That is not transparent, by the way. You stated earlier, Secret Service is not political. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say leaking your opening statement to Punchbowl News, Politico's Playbook, and Washington Post several hours before you sent it to this committee as being political, yes or no?
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Well, that's bullshit. So, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record articles by Punchbowl News, Political Playbook, Washington Post, all done at 5:24 a.m., 6:12 a.m., 6:34 a.m., a solid 3 to 4 hours before this committee got your statement.
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay. Is the Secret Service fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee. On July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th, yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
Chairman, I want to.
Come on.
We have to maintain decorum in this committee, no matter how
have you provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
that. Is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. You're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions. Have you provided us all communications from the Secret Service related to that day and that rally? Have you provided this committee? We've asked for this information on July 15th. Have you provided any of this information that this committee has asked of the Secret Service? Any of it?
I'll have to get back to you.
Have you even read this letter that we sent you? Did you even read this?
Yes.
Okay. And you have said you don't know, you have no idea. The answer is no. We haven't gotten a single document or piece of information or data from you or your agency in related to the rally that we have asked you for. So, was this attempted assassination of Donald Trump a failure of training or execution or both?
I think that those are answers that we need to
training, execution, or both. Which one?
I think those are answers.
All right. How many Secret Service personnel have lost their jobs due to this colossal failure?
At this time, none.
How many Secret Service personnel have been required to take a refresher course on how not to let people shoot Donald Trump?
Our personnel are currently operational. We are examining the facts of this investigation, and we will make the changes necessary.
What time did law enforcement become aware that there was an individual on the roof with a clear line of sight to President Trump?
I am still verifying timelines.
Of course, 9 days in, you have no answers. How many minutes went by between the time law enforcement saw and took photos of Crooks and the shooting? How many minutes?
I am still verifying timelines.
57 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Before I recognize Ms. Stan.
You have not been able to answer the number of agents, whether or not requests were denied on additional security, whether or not law enforcement were able to engage before the shooting with the assassin, how he got on the roof, how the rifle got on the roof. You can't tell us how many shots he fired, whether the casings were recovered. You can't tell us anything about his cell phone. You can't tell us whether the rally was supposed to be postponed, given the intelligence that you were receiving. You can't tell us whether the car had a bomb. You can't even tell us his motive. And the American people are incredibly distrustful because it has taken 9 days to even get a scintilla of evidence out of you. Maybe if I was CNN or ABC or NBC, I would have gotten much more thorough and accurate information, but we have not received that in a subpoenaed hearing in front of this Congress. That is why the American people are frustrated, and I echo the bipartisan calls on this committee and all across this country that you should resign, or maybe when the president wakes up from his nap, he can fire you.
I believe your horrifying ineptitude and your lack of skilled leadership is a disgrace. Your obfuscating today is shameful, and you should be fired immediately and go back to Garden Doritos. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Chair recognizes Ms. Lee from Pennsylvania.
And now I think you're evading the answer, which is not a hard one.
I am sorry that you feel that way, sir.
How else could I feel, Director Cheatle, when you're clearly avoiding a direct answer to a very simple declarative question?
Building your online business?
Luna from Florida.
Director Cheatle, can you please give me the names of the individuals who are in charge of your con-op for the rally?
I'm not going to release names.
Can you give me the
today.
titles? And how many individuals?
No.
Nothing?
We had a full advance team that was responsible for advancing
How many
the site.
people are the final approval authority?
There are a number of people
Can you
that
give me a
are
number?
engaged in approving
Can you
the
give
plan.
me a number?
No, I do not have a firm number.
Can you just confirm whether or not, I understand this is an open investigation, but in order to dispel conspiracy theories, have you guys been able to subpoena the shooter's Discord records, or has the FBI, to your knowledge?
I believe that the FBI is working on those.
Okay. Is it factual to say that you have not ruled out that the shooter was working with other people or persons?
Again, the FBI is conducting the criminal investigation into
Can
the
you,
shooter.
at least in an effort to dispel conspiracy theories, can you confirm or deny that?
At this time, we do not have that there were any other people engaged.
So you believe he's acting alone?
I do.
Okay. Have you been made aware of multiple eyewitness reporting that there was a second shooter on a water tower?
I do not have any information related to any second shooter.
Okay, the reason I asked that is because according to testimony from multiple witnesses, they did report that. And again, to my understanding, there were over 40 sniper teams that were briefed by the Butler ESU. And I want to make sure that people are aware, if you're saying that there's not another shooter, that we are able to clear that information, because from this whole entire briefing, it doesn't seem like much information has been able to get out to the American people. So I'm trying to dispel rumors, as I'm sure you understand. Was it true that Secret Service was present at the Butler ESU briefing?
There was a briefing between the counter sniper teams that were working on the ground.
Was Secret Service present?
Yes, to my knowledge.
Okay, I want to read you a report from people that seem to be throwing you under the bus and stated that they were in attendance and that Secret Service was not in attendance at the security briefing, according to individuals with knowledge, to also include that the AGR building where the shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks was located was actually not a part of their security perimeter for that. So there was not Secret Service present. It seems as though that when you were asked earlier from Rep. Kristamorthy about whether or not Secret Service was aware of a threat, you had said no, they were unaware of a threat. And yet, according to communications, again, from law enforcement that were in some of these group chats, they actually had reported that Secret Service was made aware of a threat at around 5:59 p.m. as a part of the command, including Secret Service, aware of messages and requests about information about the suspect's location. Can you please tell me if you have knowledge of that at all?
Again, I think we're conflating the difference between the term threat and suspicious.
But you guys did have knowledge at 5:59 p.m. according to those group chats, did you not?
Of a suspicious individual.
Okay. Chairman, in my opinion, according to some of the testimony today, I feel that you have perjured yourself in some instances. And so I'm going to ask for a full review of the transcripts by staff. And if you find that to be the case, I do ask that you bring perjury charges against the director. I will say this, it is very frustrating, and I've talked to my colleagues and we've said it to your face, that you have been up here basically stonewalling our ability to get the answers to the American people. And what I will also say is that every single member of Congress does not feel safe with you in charge. You have heard that, and I think that we are all sitting ducks with you in directing the Secret Service currently. But more importantly, it sends a message to our adversaries that we are not protected, and we are one of the strongest countries in the world, so you have essentially made us a less safe country because of it. As a result of that, I'm asking you to formally step down. I share my same opinions as my Democrat colleagues. And I also think that your efforts to bring forward a full investigation and report in 60 days is unacceptable. And as a result of that, I'm going to do everything in my legislative toolkit to ensure that that happens sooner rather than later. And I'm sure that you know that we brought a vote on inherent contempt against Garland for essentially blocking a congressional investigation. And I don't think that you should be any different. So I will say that I am just completely disgusted by your performance today. And I understand that you're probably in a position where you're being told not to testify, which is why we had to subpoena you. I think that goes back to Garland. But again, that is part of the flushing that we need to get out of Washington, and I would be happy to assist in that process. Chairman, I yield the rest of my time.
Yeah, they beat up on her. The crazy part about it is they really don't give a f. Just gotta act like they do.
That's a fact.
But that's just crazy, nigga, how that nigga was on that roof like that. Visible, people looking at him, and they ain't had nothing in place. They said, who was that? Said the sharpshooter was on him but was scared to take the shot. Seen him.
Yeah, that's crazy as
That's a
hell.
wild state.
They said the sharpshooter said he seen him up there.
Yeah, someone said they were told to stand down too. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
and they let the fire first. That's cool. That's crazy. Stand down. What you mean? Like,
I would have blew that motherfucker's shoes off, Wack.
shit, unless they was hoping he completed his mission.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So how does
Yeah,
this man make it up to the roof? Nobody sees that. That's
Nigga, they
not.
seen him. AB, they seen it on the roof. One of our sharpshooters seen the nigga. Seen him. They told him to stand down and take the shot. They let him fire first.
Oh, he got the message to stand down.
Yeah, something ain't right.
not only that, it's very uncommon to have like 3 Secret Service people that are shorter than the person they're protecting too. All of it was like very strange.
Something ain't right. And they know with Trump, he gonna figure it out.
Sound like they fucked up the mission.
Yeah.
Yep. Someone said that CNN wasn't streaming Trump's rallies like at all for like the whole June and July. Then out of nowhere, they decided to show up to this one too. That's just crazy.
Yeah. That's wild right there. Some wild.
So would that speak to how they was coming at the lady in the hearing just now?
I mean, you know, they gotta do that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
I know.
They ain't
director of
come
the
any
Secret
other way.
Service.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
God damn.
she's the head of that shit. She's the
You are the
director of
fall guy.
Secret Service.
Man.
Hey, but you know what though, Wack? You know them billionaires play different. I bet you in less than 3 months, everything associated with that, if it's some bullshit, gonna get hit. Just watch what I tell you.
Well, I hate to say it, ladies, but you know what just happened.
Your time and power.
There'll never be another female head of the Secret Service. They set y'all back another 100 years.
But then if that was, can you connect the two, right? So then Kamala is up for election and now they're showing how a woman is incompetent to handle certain positions. Is that any
I mean, listen,
relevance?
you gotta watch how you walk that walk, because the women are taking personal and vote her in anyway. Now, that position, I just think, it's going to be a thing to where we don't think a female can handle that job on that position. Now, they
Which one?
ain't fucking.
The Secret Service one?
Yeah. It'll be like.
And they also made a lot of requests for additional Secret Services for Trump's rallies, but she kept declining them. She declined like at least 4 or 5 requests that they made.
Oh, yeah, see, that's bad business. And she ain't got no answers to none of this shit.
She's the fall guy, like you
Her
said.
ass up.
Yeah, she's the fall guy, like you said.
They gonna find her, they gonna say she committed suicide. They gonna get rid of her.
You already.
Yeah, they gonna get rid of her. It's gonna look like that.
Or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
hell yeah.
the deal goes.
It's crazy. Be careful what you ask for.
Hey, Wag, is Tufo in here?
Yeah, love. This shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy, boy.
Hey, Wack, when you say,
Yo, did you stop?